Hello, beautiful people, and welcome back to another episode of Two Girls, One Doc.
One Doc.
It's your girl, BD.
It's Foreign's the fiance.
So we're sticking with that. Is that decided?
Till I get married.
And then we'll be just back to Foreign's, or?
God, I need to find something new.
Or we can stick with the old.
Then I'll just be Foreign's.
Okay, lovely. Countdown begins. We're back. We're back with another episode today.
Oh, I just thought of when I'm pregnant, I can be fertilized Foreign's.
I'm finished. I'm so done.
Oh my God.
I'm so done. Imagine, I was like to her, oh my days, so when I'm getting married, I'll be BD the bride. And she was like, this is not about you.
Yeah, because can we finish my wedding for
But it wasn't. I'm not engaged. It wasn't about me. I was just trying to say.
Don't even have thoughts of your own wedding.
Okay, and so then we came up with, courtesy of my
bridesmaid.
sister, BD the bridesmaid, which just sounds like a backup dancer.
But you will be at my wedding.
What, a backup dancer?
Yeah, because I will be the Nicole
I mean, I'll actually be a backup dancer.
And then you'll be the
as long as I'm the one
Pussycat
that can do the leg in the air thing, I don't mind.
Or the what's her name?
With the red hair.
No, the
She's
one
of
that
the
would
twins.
always used to come out and do one harmony and then.
What, the black one?
Yeah.
No, she can't. She's not the one that can put her legs in the air.
I know, but I'm just saying, you could be that one.
I don't want to be that one.
Okay.
She's the backup person of all the dancers.
Really? Do you think?
I like the one that can put her leg in the air. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
trying to be.
You just know her leg. You don't know her face. But at least with that one, was it Melody?
Melody, I think it's
Yeah,
Melody.
at least she had camera. She's the only one that you would ever see her face.
I mean,
other
and she
than
was
Nicole.
black, so like even if you... Anyway, what are we doing today?
We are doing Ovie, Life After Reality. I feel like I need to say it in a sexy voice because he is so fine.
Respectfully, he is a beautiful, beautiful man.
He's like, you know when you get that really rich hot chocolate drink that is just like it's like Lint.
Yeah. Do you know the only other man, let's say men, that I've had this feeling for is obviously the love of my life and Morris Chestnut.
Oh my God, I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
If you could have a hall pass for a day, who would it be? And mine was going to be Morris Chestnut.
Yeah, it would have to be.
Because can I just say, I'm salivating as I'm saying this.
Lord.
Can I just say that like Morris Chestnut is not just fine, but he looks like he would really give it to you good.
I feel like, obviously God makes no mistakes, but he made zero mistakes with this man.
There's not one thing
there wasn't even a blemish.
Even like whether he had hair or he was bald, it didn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Irrelevant.
Can you imagine? Like, I remember watching what's that movie he was in with the one where she was dating him and then they broke up and then she started dating some Michael Ealy and he was crazy. The other guy or something like that.
I don't recall.
You haven't watched it?
I don't recall that movie.
Yeah. Anyways, there's a scene where they're having sex.
And you photoshopped your face onto her.
Girl, I replayed and I waking up.
I haven't watched that because I feel like I remember that. But he's actually he's just a beautiful man. He really is.
That's my hall pass.
Okay. Well, Foreign's a fiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you so much.
Respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully.
Sorry, we got so caught up in the beauty of Ovie, we forgot to talk about what we're drinking. I don't think we have our discount code anymore, do we? If you missed out, you missed out. Sorry. So sorry. But we'll work on more for you. We'll work on more for you in the future. If you do want to just check it out anyway and you're balling shot calling and you got the peas anyway, if you don't need no discounts, you can still go on moscato.life. They've got amazing wines. And today we are drinking pink bubbly Moscato.
This is another one I'd have at my bridal shower.
Yeah, we need to start plotting, innit? Planning.
That's something we need to start planning.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, let me know what I can do and I'll do it, Go on. So, Ovie, what we saying?
The focus of this is, it's going to be like, the content, but it's mainly going to be like him. Like, he's just, he is a fine ass man.
He's really beautiful, yeah. He's really well made, I would say.
Yeah, he's a fam.
Fine ass man.
So the documentary is called Ovie, Life After Reality.
TV.
Does it have TV there?
Life After Reality TV, yeah.
Oh shit!
It wouldn't make sense otherwise.
Yeah, well, After Reality. Okay, yeah. And it opens up with this man doing press ups in his pants.
Not his pants.
Not
the pants.
I didn't see any banging, but I believe I want to have hope
she saw
that Ovie
she imagined
would have a thing that bangs. But yeah, he was doing press ups in his pants.
Not the pants.
And it was on this yucky Chanel rug. Did you see that rug? I was like, Ovie, really?
No, I wasn't really focused on the rug.
Okay, yeah.
Respectfully.
But it was a very good opening scene. I know they knew what they were doing with that.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, to be honest, you could have just stood there for 48 minutes and it would have been the same thing. Oh, guys, I mean, I don't know if you guys know who Ovie is, but just some background if you don't. Where have you been?
Yeah,
but
no,
he was
yeah,
he was on Love Island. Yeah,
and Americans have Love Island, but he was on British Love Island.
Yeah,
and he's like a basketballer, and he's super tall. And
yeah, he came. So in Love Island they have like people who come from the second village. That's it, Casa Amor.
And that's stupid.
And the thing is that obviously with Love Island, like we love Love Island. Do you know what I mean? But as a black woman who is attracted to black men, I'm always looking out for the black men. Like, oh, what have we got today? Do you know what I mean? And I feel like they weren't really serving. And I feel like none of us really, really anticipated what was going to happen. Like, we never expected it. Like, we never thought.
Yeah, he was like
that Ovie would turn up. Yeah, literally, we were all.
There's
just
never been anyone.
Apparently, he's from North as well.
No, he's from Northwest.
We must have mutuals.
No, we do.
Is it?
Yes.
Right, it's too close to home to be too far from home.
You can bleep the name out, but he's friends with.
Is it?
Yep.
How come we've never ever come across him?
How does someone like that have a friend like that? And
I feel like you would definitely notice him in the rain, on the bus, on the train. You
definitely
would
but then
him,
apparently
he's really
the
tall.
reason why we didn't notice him is because like he went to America for a bit.
Oh, for
so basketball. I guess he probably went when we were maybe at uni, and then but
maybe anyway, it's fine.
So he's just a fine ass man doing press ups. Yeah. But can I just say also with Ovie, what was her name again? The one that rejected him after Casamore went to Jordan?
Oh, Anna.
As dumb as she is and annoying, I can see why she did. His voice really annoys me.
What, Ovie?
Yeah, by the end of this documentary, I was like...
No, his voice doesn't annoy me.
He sounds slow.
Yeah, he does. But he doesn't sound slow. No, I think what it is that, you know when they have like voiceovers or like narrators and stuff, they have to sound a certain way. They kind of have to like lead you through the story and speak quite slowly. I think he's really chilled and laid back and he speaks slowly, but I don't think he sounds slow. I think he sounds slow.
And I clocked this on, somebody said when that season was going on that...
Message!
that Ovie talks like he reads with his finger. And he does. And it's like, he's the kind of guy that like, it'll just be like, babe, don't talk. Don't shh.
You know what? If Ovie, if you ever hear this, it wasn't me.
But wait, Ovie, that doesn't mean that like...
It doesn't mean you're not beautiful. It's true. Yeah. It's true. It's true, fair.
But I just need to get that out. Okay. By the end, I was like, please stop talking. But
I get what you mean, but I don't mind it.
Yeah.
Do you know what's your favourite London accent?
Oh God. I want to say like
mine is South. South or East?
You're really pissing me off. You're really.
When they're like, oh, hey, darling. Oh my God.
You're really pissing me off. Okay, no, mine is like East, but like proper Cockney.
Like Cockney, I love like Idris Elba.
Yeah, it just reminds me. That's London.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
And it makes me.
Oh, you what, mate? Well, yeah, you're right, love. Yeah, love it.
It makes me think of like Jack the Ripper as well. Like back in the day.
You're obsessed with Jack the Ripper. Is so very strange.
One question when I get to heaven is like, who was Jack the Ripper? Before anything else.
Do you still not know who it was?
No. They're theories, but we will never know.
I think you might want to go to hell to find out the answer to that question. I don't think you go to heaven for that, but okay.
I ain't trying to do that.
Do you?
So he basically says his whole life revolves around basketball, which I was a bit surprised by.
Really?
Not because I don't think, but even like when you go on his Instagram and stuff, there's not that much basketball content.
I haven't been on his Insta, but then his Instagram. I mean, I guess that's what this documentary is about, right? Now it's about the whole influencer kind of
culture,
vibe, so that kind of makes sense. Yeah. But I do think that basketball must have been a thing for him if he moved to America for it.
Yeah, but I mean, he never says that. This is just something I know because of the guy that we know. Right. So, meanwhile, do you remember that rumor where it was like he has 2 kids in America? Do you remember?
I do remember that.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think it makes him any less undesirable though.
No, but I don't think it actually is true.
It's true. Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, if it is, it is. It's not my business.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So yeah, he says his whole life revolves around basketball. And we see Love Island clips where he says his life changed after that show and he's been balancing being a reality TV star and an athlete. And basically he's at a crossroads now because he realises he can't do both. Which is like...
You can.
Like, you can.
End of doc.
You can do it, but okay. I guess he just wanted to make a doc.
Yeah, no, but also he literally was the like, what's that phrase? Nation's angel. What's that phrase?
Oh God,
the nation's sweetheart, something like that.
Yeah,
he really was. Like afterwards, you know, like everyone loved him.
Everyone loved him. Black, white,
all creeds
old, young.
and colours.
He was
ages and heights. Everyone
but you
loved
know
him.
what? The only reason I understand why he maybe feels like he can't do both is because Ovie's not like a reality TV star.
Like he's not for the clout.
He's very private.
He is just who he is, and people like that. And therefore it's like it makes you popular. And then when you're popular, people want you to promote stuff, and then it just happens that way.
Yeah, but I don't think he's like, oh, come to my life and I'm gonna do crazy shit and I'm gonna push my girlfriend into the pool.
Ray J. I still can't believe she married him after that, you know.
Like creep squad. Their relationship is the most tumultuous. I can't believe she married him
after he pushed her in the pool.
Most on television relationship I've ever seen in my life.
I'd rather be alone.
So it's March 2020 and Ovie is at his book photo shoot. So we meet his agent and basically she just reiterates that he's super busy and needs to like pick a side. Is he going to be like this reality? And saying you want to be a reality TV star, I don't think that's the right word for what he's trying to say, because nobody's offered you a reality TV show. It's more, do you want to be like an influencer? Or
I get what you mean, but like he is. I guess he's already a star from reality TV. Yeah. But it's kind of like, are you leveraging that point in order to? Yeah, but then influencer, I think people kind of think it's a bit diminishing as a phrase, even though it shouldn't be, because you are influencing people to do stuff. But I think it's just kind of one of them like overused words now that people think they're above. So maybe that's why it came across that way. I have in my notes at this point, this man is so beautiful, respectfully.
Why do you keep saying respectfully?
Because I don't want to disrespect anyone.
Oh, as in you're the love of your
I
life.
don't want to disrespect anyone.
Oh yeah, but park that
I actually warned him as well. I was like, babe, if you listen to this episode, then just know that.
Park that to the side, because there's nothing respectful about what I do to Ovie. I am going to be single
right now. She's got bangers. You know, Natasha Bedingfield has bangers.
Yeah, she does. She was in her. Someone said Natasha Bedingfield in 2000 or whatever, and there's a picture of someone in the bag.
I love that meme.
Yeah,
no, it's true.
So we go to Ovie's basketball game, and basically we're seeing the other side of like, you know, what he's on. And his coach basically says,
Ovie is at a great age for himself. His peak basketball performer at the moment. The stuff off the floor commercially might drag him away from us. He's actually a great basketball player and he wants to play basketball. Big teams in Europe are already knocking on the door for him.
This is his stuff, you know. You don't rate it, bro.
He doesn't rate it. He's like, all that shit.
But where's them free throws at?
And then he's like, he's actually a great basketball player and wants to play basketball.
Yeah, and it seems like he does.
Yeah, big teams in Europe are already knocking on the door. And I mean, like, it's funny because, like, Americans, when they end up going to Europe to play basketball, it's like...
It's a flop, innit?
Yeah.
I think what it is that, like, when you think basketball, you think NBA. And if it's not NBA, you think it's a flop, right? But I don't think that's necessarily the case. And it must be a thing where, like, he has a love for basketball, and it's like, if you just want to play and you want to play at a competitive level, then like you just want to play. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't matter where you're playing.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you're playing. Like, as long as you're playing and you're competing. Yeah.
So we watched the game and then his team end up winning, and then he's basically like, after the game, people come like, oh, I want to take pictures of you.
Yeah. And
he's like, it's at that point that the spell breaks and he remembers that he has this other side to him, and people actually want his time and stuff.
But the thing is that even with like big basketball players, it's the same thing. Do you get what I mean?
It's kind of like, it's a different vibe.
But it's solely because of the basketball that is.
And I also feel like he possibly didn't have that much of it, because I don't see anybody else rushing to any of the other players, especially in the UK.
Yeah, no, it's true.
Yeah, like...
No, it's true. Especially here, we don't really care about basketball.
Yeah.
Well, I will speak for myself. I don't really care about basketball.
Yeah, I don't. Like, I could have seen... If I didn't know who he was, I'd have seen him be like, oh, that's a fine ass tall man, and that would have been the end of it.
I would have done a double take.
Yeah.
And been in the group chat like, rah, guys.
In Northwest, you know.
I saw a real
Northwest
thing.
has no things. Ovie is... Like, he balances out
quintessential, the ends.
The average, yeah.
Anyone can say, oh, guys from Northwest are dead. Hey, we have Ovie.
Literally.
I don't want to hear him.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear him.
No, but guys from Northwest are so dead. I'm so sorry if you're from Northwest, like, but...
If you're from Northwest and you're not dead, then shout out to you, but you most likely are.
Yeah, as a whole, it's not great. So now he goes home and he's, like, talking to my mother-in-law.
Good night.
She is just a sweetheart, honestly. I love her.
I love his relationship with his parents.
Yeah. And he looks so much like his mum. Did you not think?
I'm not good with telling who looks like who.
But you know for sure I look like my mum.
Yeah. I've seen you guys a lot. So I know that.
Do you know what Liz said? She was like, oh, you and your boyfriend are basically just your mum and your dad repeated.
Oh my God, you actually are.
Just that you're the live version of your...
Yeah, you are.
Next person says to me gets blocked.
No, okay, but he actually does.
Okay.
But it's
he's
not
just
that,
the same. Do you know what? He's just the same concept. Do you know people have concepts?
like a vibe.
Yeah, like he's tall. He's like whatever. That's it.
Yeah, but younger. I'm sure if we did what did they do in them crime shows? Them
You did not see a picture of my dad.
Them photo.
There's a picture of these shorts.
Them photo. What do they call it? Retrograde.
Yeah.
What do they call it? Them things they do. Yeah.
It'll be my man.
Yeah. There you go. You finished it off. There you go. Perfect.
So I just have this vision of them going out and people being like, "Is this your son?" And I will literally die inside.
It is their son-in-law.
So they discuss whether he wants to keep playing, and she says she's not ready to see him stop playing, you know.
Yeah.
But I like the way it's done. I don't know the conversations they have in private, but it's not overbearing, like, oh, you must do this one, you must do that. It's very like...
But it's the fact that she was like, I'm not ready to stop seeing you play.
Yeah.
It's almost as if like, obviously I'm putting words in mummy's mouth right now, but it's almost as if like, I see how much you enjoy doing it and I like seeing that.
Yeah, so I just want you to be happy.
Yeah, because if she felt like he didn't like it, she wouldn't want him to do it. Especially the kind of woman and the kind of relationship they seem to have. Yeah. It just seems like she would have been like, fam, don't do it if you don't want to do it. Yeah. Exactly. Also, you really didn't mention Ovie when in the suit. Did you not brush past that bit? Because I have in my notes, Ovie in a suit. Wow. And I just feel like you didn't mention it. I
can't remember what suit this was.
It was a suit and it was wow.
Was it wow?
It was wow.
There were no fits I really saw in that.
Okay. The suit was wow. I'm not talking about times where he's dressed himself. I think he was styled.
Where was he going?
It was a suit. I think it was in the commercial. No,
I don't know. I don't remember.
There was a scene. He was in a suit. It was wow.
Okay.
And that's on period. That's on full stop.
So he's driving. So we see him driving now. He drives a BMW 3 Series. And the reason I wrote this was because I was really surprised.
Does he drive?
Yeah.
Was he driving?
Yeah, the blue car, BMW. And I was very surprised because this car is small. So I was like, this guy, like...
The leg space, right?
Yeah, like, arranged, like, seems more leg spacey for you.
I mean, but I don't know. You don't know what his money's saying.
No, obviously I don't know what his money's saying or his priorities, but I was just saying I was surprised because it's a small
probably have a bigger car, right?
It's a car.
Yeah. You really love the Russians, isn't it?
So he basically gets to Olivia and Alex's house and they're renovating, and
I love Olivia and Alex. I love them. I
didn't watch that season.
I don't even remember the logistics of what happened, but Olivia was by herself and Alex came. I think he's from Birmingham, and they just clicked, and it was like, yes, I'm so happy for you guys. And it's mad that they're still together. Like, I don't keep up with Love Island.
I'm surprised she was by herself. She seems like typical like white guy.
Wasn't on the show, you mean?
Yeah.
I don't remember what happened, but she was alone and Alex came and it was like, yay.
Yeah.
Good vibes.
I didn't watch that.
That was a really good season.
I didn't watch that season, but I just know that every time I see like their house on my Explore, I'm like, I need to get my money up.
Oh, do you see it on your...
my Instagram? Because I look at a lot
I don't
of
follow
house...
none of them stuff. None of them.
No, I don't follow it. But
oh my god, you know that house page? I think it's $1 Million Homes on Instagram.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, they had this one that I saw, and it was so nice. It was a bump though. It was in London. It was 44 million, and it was like a renovated church.
I bet you can still see your neighbour.
It was but it was so nice.
I need to look.
It was so.
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, I'll send it to you.
But yeah, because I look at a lot of house stuff, their house page comes up.
Oh, they have a house page. Okay.
It's like for engineers to get your money up.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they get there, and this is at the point where they're renovating, and funny enough, I read a story where she was basically saying that when she was a little girl, she used to drive past that house because she's from Essex, and she used to be like, "Oh, I want to live in that house one day," and like she bought it. Can you imagine?
That's amazing. I love
Dreams do come true.
Look at me when I'm with you. You know you got to have hope. You know you got to be strong. Yeah.
She was also in her bag.
What happens to anyone?
So basically he wants to talk to them about life as reality TV stars.
I liked this part of the documentary. Yeah, I liked that it was him sort of like going to people for advice.
Yeah,
/ them being able to share their story. It was nice. It was. Because I was thinking like, obviously Ovie's great to look at, but what are we going to discuss for 47 minutes? What are we going to talk about?
Yeah. So basically they're just telling him like, you know, it's really good, and it has good sides and it has bad sides about it.
Ups and downs.
And downs. And so he asks them, this is the bit that was like, girl, if you don't get your paper up ASAP. He asked them, what do you make? What did you make before in a good month, and what do you make now? Olivia says,
a good month for me back in the day would be about 1,500. A good month for me, 1 month has been 50,000.
which is wild.
Some people's annual salary isn't even 50,000.
That's wild. I mean,
if I made 50,000 in 1 month, then I could just have my deposit for my house.
Yeah, this is the thing. I feel like I love that she was transparent about how much she's made and how much she's making and the most that she's made and stuff. And I also love how it's like, you know, this isn't guaranteed. Like, I'm scared that I could lose it all or whatever. I think it's good because sometimes, you know, you hear the good things and you think, oh my gosh, all I have to do is get my followers up and blah, 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? Like, it kind of gives you both sides.
Context, yeah.
It gives you context, and you can be like, all right, cool. It's nice to aspire, and it's nice to be inspired by people like this, but then also just being like, all right, cool, this doesn't have to be the only way that I can make this money. And like, it may not happen the same way for you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I think people just think, oh yeah, this is the blueprint, but it literally can be different for everybody.
Literally, your come up can come any way,
any which way, exactly. So it's dangerous to try and just emulate someone else's success without knowing every single thing they've been through.
Yeah.
You don't know if there was a month you made nothing. So, you know.
And it's risky business because at least when you go to work, you know you're going to have that monthly salary.
Every month.
But you could literally, there could be a month where you make 10 grand.
Oh, and she makes a point, I don't know if you go into it, but she's like, you can literally say the wrong thing and then that's it. You don't have anything.
So Alex basically says that social media is now a massive marketing tool, which we know. And Olivia explains that she worries a lot because she could literally lose the life she has in an instant. She's like, if she does one wrong job, if she says one wrong thing, or she makes one wrong move, it could all be gone. And in my mind, I just think, basically, you mean if you say something racist. I don't know why that came to me.
No, but anything, because if she hits a dog or something, the same thing will happen.
Yeah.
I just think it's like anything like it's so fickle.
It's so fickle.
And it's so like, what's that word? When something is like perched on the edge of something. Precarious. Literally.
That's like my favourite word.
I love that word.
Yeah.
But
it's not, and it's because he also asked them, do you ever worry about like not being relevant? And the truth of the matter is, like, it's so easy. Like, for me, I feel like with stuff like this, it's all about being flavour of the month, and you quickly stop because it's like a conveyor belt. There's always a new influencer.
The thing is, it's that, and even though 15 minutes has been stretched a lot longer these days, there are people waiting to cancel you, and in the good times when you've made money and you've amassed all these expenses, those expenses don't disappear now that you are not having the same level of income. So it's kind of like you have to like maintain this level of life regardless, which is why I can kind of get it when you see people doing like weird adverts or just moving mad so they can stay relevant. Because I've become accustomed to this life. Like, for example, this 5-bedroom house that they have, if something happens now and they can't pay that mortgage, they have to find a way to pay it, because what am I going to go back to? And what does that look like? Yeah, exactly. And it's like, you can't really get into that. And it's just kind of like, you can't now go back and work in McDonald's or go work in an office somewhere because you're very hyper visible. Yeah. So it's like, and I feel like it's very frustrating for that sort of like faux celeb influencer lifestyle, because bare people know who you are, but you're not really a celeb. There's enough of the people in the congregation, you know. There's enough of the people in the world, in the population, that don't know who you are, but enough people do know who you are that you can't really exactly. So it's just a really weird place to be. Like, you have to just continue in this life. Like, this is now your option. Whereas like for example, say we blow tomorrow, like I have a career, you have a career, like that is something that you can always go back to should it, like, even Anna on the show, she's a pharmacist, right? So she's a pharmacist. Like, I've seen her snap about going back to being a pharmacist, and that's fine, because the average person coming for amlodipine in your pharmacy doesn't know that you are on Love Island. Do you know what I mean? So it's like you have that as a backup. Okay, cool, you can't afford your 5-bed mansion, but you can still live an okay life. Do you see what I mean?
No, 100%. And basically, Alex explains that you have to be sensible with the money and make the most of it. So that he was saying they have like a clothing brand. I don't know if that was the most sensible thing because it looked like shite.
That was confusing to me. But then he talked about properties now.
And he talks about properties. And I also know, like, Patricia Bright she's also mentioned about how she does. I know, I roll. She also mentioned properties, but I always like, as an investment. For me, whatever I do,
Patricia in terms of her business
acumen, whatever I do, I think I'll always have that. Multiple streams of income, basically.
And I think it's just literally a way to, like, just, especially when influencing is your sole, I mean, it sounds like sole form of income. Obviously that sounds really like reductive, because you're getting income from loads of different brands and working with partnerships and stuff. But if if your sole income depends on people liking you or public perception of you, that's dangerous because, like Olivia said, like it could all be gone.
It's fickle.
The public could hate me today, but the average patient that I see doesn't know.
No, what you
do you know what I mean? As long as I can get them to see okay, it's fine. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it. There are pros and cons, highs and lows, and it's dangerous, but there's risk with everything, I guess.
So we see him at the Tick Awards, and on his...
Yeah, what is that? What's the Trick Awards? Like, what does that stand for? I thought they were going to say it and they didn't. And then I was just like, okay, well,
left it.
Whatever.
And he basically says that because of this award show, he missed his training. So we start to see like how he's pulled from one thing to the other.
Because in the beginning he talks about how he's always up at like 4:15, maybe 4:15 latest. I think that when we post this and we tag him, we should maybe do it at 4 a.m. so that he can see it. Yeah, because he's going to be up. Do you know what I mean?
I'm wondering how our schedules are going to mesh because I wake up around like
it's true. Well, he'll just have to go to another room so that the light doesn't disturb you. And I think then it might work out. Yeah, that's it. That's all right. You'll make it work. If you live in a big enough house, you can go and do his push-ups somewhere else.
It's true.
Exactly. So don't worry about it, babe. True love wins.
That's true.
Yeah. So obviously, him not being able to train is a big deal because it's part of his routine.
Yeah. So Ovie goes to see Michael from Love Island. My eye roll here was...
But don't you think he looks good here compared to Love Island without his Alexander McQueen's? Don't you think he looks good here?
Either way, he just...
You just don't like him.
Yeah.
Do you know what?
Don't tell me after this you felt pity for him.
No. I didn't feel pity for him, but I understood where he was coming from.
I mean, anybody could say that you understand it.
Well, there you go. That's what I'm saying.
So, he's basically on stage with Dream Boys and his male stripping.
Would you ever go see Dream Boys?
So I've been to a male strip show.
No, but Dream Boys.
No.
I'm not talking male strip show. I'm talking Dream Boys.
No, because first of all, it's fake. It's just guys shaking their ass really terribly.
Trying to, yeah.
Yeah. But
it was actually shocking.
Shockingly bad.
Yeah.
And women, but white women would pay for
is that Dream Boys is
I think it's their target. It's like Chippendales, yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, fine.
So, but like if you go to a proper male show,
which one did you go to?
It was like I don't know if it was Chocolate City or
was
something.
Was it in London?
Yes.
Are you without me?
I went with Debbie and my cousin. Yeah. To be honest, I didn't really think anybody else would be on it.
But you didn't ask us, so you didn't know. So
well, I didn't.
Guys, you just see. I feel like if you listen to this podcast enough, you'll realise how much he snakes me, whatever. Okay. We won't do domestics today.
So I went to a show and it was really like there were a lot of black women, but middle-aged black women.
Of course, that's gonna be us.
a lot of women on their hand lights.
Yeah.
And like it was entertaining. Like it really does.
I don't think it really does anything for you.
No, but then what really shocked me was they got their dicks out.
Oh, were they naked?
Yeah, I've got videos on my phone. I'll show you after.
Okay, cool.
It was like they did this thing and it was all flipping
about
like an elephant's trunk, and I was like, put that thing away. Like I was clutching my pearls, and I am not
you.
Yeah, I'm not. But I was shocked.
Okay, because you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, like if I'd walked in and been like, oh yeah, they're gonna have their dicks, it's fine. Like today, if I went, I'd just laugh. But that I was like, oh my gosh, like they really have
horror.
Yeah.
But I don't think those shows are for like sexy times. I think they're literally just banter. No?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. So there were some old white women, but this was in South. It wasn't like Catford as well. But there were some old white women.
Thank God you didn't invite me.
You see. I got it on Groupon, and it was just like, oh, let's just go for a laugh.
Might as well. Yeah.
There were some old white women, and they could not leave these guys alone. And I think they tipped the most because the guys like literally
yeah. But it's one of those things that you do. Like, imagine you're like old white women or old woman.
Yeah.
You're just kind of like, guys, let's just done with the things. Like, let's do this thing.
Yeah. But I definitely prefer female strippers or women strippers.
I do feel like they are a lot more talented and the core strength is remarkable.
And it's just more attractive to see the female form. Yeah. The male form is just like...
It's just a bit gaudy, innit?
Yeah, you got to be okay.
It's like, and now what?
Okay, and one X. Like,
and then?
Yeah, literally. It's not even... I was going to say something really bad.
Whew!
I've got to put this in.
Lord, we need to get you like a dirty podcast to do because I feel like it needs to come out.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll discuss.
I'm about to be a married woman. Okay, I cannot be doing that.
And so what will change?
I cannot be doing that. Okay, my husband.
And so what will change?
My husband.
Take a shot every time she says husbands.
So yeah, Michael's performing, and do you like Ovie's face is just like what?
Ovie was me.
He was just like, what the fuck is this shit?
Ovie was me, and Ovie being Ovie and being aware that the cameras were there and him being a nice guy, tried to keep it like.
But
okay,
you could see
neutral,
on his face.
But he was like, "Rah, this is rah, brother,
like,
brother."
He's like, no brand deals.
I know that he took Michael to the side after and was like, "Fam, this ain't it."
I know they weren't hurling for those brand deals, but
it's
please,
different up north, man. They can do that.
So I was literally dying. His face was cringe. I will try to get a picture of that if I can, but I don't know if BBC will be letting me screenshot their shit. So basically, with this, we start to see the negative side of reality TV from this point on. So they go and sit down, and basically, Michael says that he got a lot of bullying after the show. He feels like he was unfairly edited, and the problem was that Amber became like the nation's sweetheart.
Yeah, exactly.
So people were literally sending him death threats, and he says people base his whole personality from snippets they saw, and they think they know him and stuff like that, but they don't know him.
Of course.
And it's like, okay, yeah, I get it, but you were still a prick. And the thing is that Michael chose to play that because whether the producers were like to him, we need more entertainment or something, but you need to spice it up. I don't know, but he there were times when he went above and beyond like that. I'm so triggered when he said, "You should have opened up, girl," and he winked. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
You didn't. Do you know what I mean? So I get this boo,
I understand,
whatever, but
and I do feel like sometimes like producers and editing and all that stuff. But like, I mean, and also, regardless of how much of a dickhead he was, that's no reason for someone to come and be sending death threats and stuff. I do think that fans do the absolute most, and I do think that like a lot of them are children who just got internet for the first time.
They could be like 40-year-old men. Have you seen Scott Disick? How he DM'd?
Oh my god! Did you see what the Nicki Minaj fans did to that cupcake girl?
Yeah.
Everyone is mad. Everyone is actually mad.
Like Stanism, Stan
is
culture.
Wild.
It's
actually gang culture.
No, it literally is very problematic. Like I feel like, get it into your heads. This person does not know you. They don't care about your life. They don't know who you could drop down dead. Okay, even if you've met them, you are not pivotal to their daily life. Why do you go so hard for these people?
Even their monthly life, you don't actually.
I honestly think people who are stans, like, there's something missing in their own life.
Definitely. And then I think also the anonymity of the internet allows for like stanism to just stan culture.
It needs to die. Celebrity culture is slowly eroding, so I think that will go with it.
But I think what's happening is that is like that stan culture is happening, but to people who are not celebrities. So it makes it even worse. Like, it's just kind of like any normal. So for example, girls who are bait on YouTube, like they're not celebrities, but people will stand for them. It's crazy. It's so wild. It's so wild. It's like, fam, this is like, anyway, whatever. Whatever.
But yeah, so, and also, unfortunately, what happened to Michael with last season, because I read an article on this, with that, was it last season or was it 2 seasons ago?
I think it was 2 seasons ago, because we had the Priscilla one, and that was the most recent one. And
then what was before that one?
No, it was Michael.
Oh, so it was last season?
Last season. No, not the most recent season, the one before,
yeah. Unfortunately, what happened was there was a massive cultural kind of shift at that point, because we've watched so much bullshit. Like, we watched, what's his name, Alex or whatever, on the thing that fingered that girl.
Dr. Alex?
No, not Dr. Alex. The other guy, the really good looking one that ended up with Zara.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember.
Adam.
Oh, yeah.
She was like, I did something intimate with you. And he was like, okay, that was your like personal problem. Like, I'm telling you, they're like 3 other guys. They're the 4 apocalypse of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse. Like, no, but the problem was there was like this shift when Michael's whatever, and he probably went in thinking, okay, he could be the villain and just come out like the other guys. It wouldn't be, but like I don't know what happened that summer where everybody
I hate men culture.
Fam, it was just really intense that season. Like, everybody was just,
and I think it was just like, I don't know, that Love Island, like, we all banded together, and it literally was like Love Island, like, what, it's 9 p.m. what are you doing? Like,
yeah.
Do you get what I mean? And I think it was so, and I feel like
what happened that summer?
I think we really liked Amber as well.
Yeah.
We really liked Amber, because I reckon if, say, Jordan had done that to Anna, it would have been like, oh yeah, that's peak, but it would have moved on. But like, we really liked Amber.
Yeah.
And then it's because Amber was so like ice queen, and then she decided to like melt a little bit for Michael. And then after all of that, he came back with, and then it was Joanna, and we were like, fam, is it?
1-pack weave. So
Premium 2,
fam,
3 tracks.
This was all the problem.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, Ovie basically says,
I know from my time on reality TV that shows always simplify characters. I had the role of the good guy in Love Island, but Bad Boys make for much better stories.
Which is true.
But it doesn't end well for them.
No. So Ovie goes to like meet Mario Falcone, who he says is like the #1 bad boy of reality TV. But I always saw it as Spencer.
I never watched Howie.
You never
or Made in Chelsea.
Made in Chelsea.
Yeah, I never watched it.
Yeah, okay. there's this scene where Spencer basically like I'm sure
I've
you've seen it.
Yeah, on like a bridge or something, and
but
like,
he was a fucking prick.
Yeah,
like, I used to watch.
Even I know
Chelsea.
that.
Yeah,
and I never watched it. Yeah.
But yeah, so he goes to meet him, and Mario says that he knows like Towie gave him a lot. However, he was manipulated, and they edited things to make him look like the villain. He speaks on death threats as well, and how the show began to affect his mental health. Like, there was a scene basically they allowed happen where it made it seem like he cheated, and it wasn't really. They didn't get all the information.
There wasn't context.
Yeah, there wasn't context. They didn't get all the information, and then basically, what's her name? Lucy. She moved out of the house, took the dogs, everything on his birthday, and he was just like, they let it all happen. And then at that point, it became too much. Like, he basically was suicidal. So Ovie's there with his grandpa hat. This hat was really pissing me off.
I said this hat. ...
This hat, literally.
There's just
Ovie,
no
why?
needs.
There was literally no need.
No, you didn't need it
at all.
You're fine with it.
And he was even wearing one big like that whole fit. That you are so lucky you're fine.
And tall and built
exactly
and beautiful. Forgiven.
God. My
He's
man
forgiven.
is going to.
Don't worry, you won't listen to this one.
Good. So he acknowledges that he's only had the goods. I mean, this is the thing. Sometimes he waffles as well.
It's a documentary.
Okay, let me.
He's
No.
his feelings.
Let me. He says he acknowledges that he's only had. He says he's acknowledged that he's only seen the good side of fame and doesn't know if he can handle the bad. If the bad is as good as if the bad is as good as the good has been good. You might not want it. And I was like, what?
Sounds something that Michael would say from The Office.
Literally. There's another thing he says as well. I'm gonna get to it, but it's just like, just say that. Oh, like, you're not sure if you're really on. Like, what are you talking about? And that's literally how he says it. He's literally like, if the bad is as good as the good has been good, I might not want it. And I'm like,
no, if the bad is as bad as the good has been good, then I might not want it. So what he's saying,
we know what he's saying,
Ovie,
but
just to translate for you, because clearly the simpletons don't understand.
Just
is
reading
that
with finger
the highs and the highs
language. The highs of the highs and the lows of the lows. It was the highest of highs and the lowest of lows.
I'm so hot.
I'm actually crying, guys. Like, I'm literally crying.
Chile.
I hope other people like understand or like why we're laughing. I hope they're like, why are these bitches always? Because maybe in our own world, anyways.
To be honest, at the end of the day, we made this podcast for us, okay, and we decided to share it with you guys. And so it's great that you enjoy it,
but
if you enjoy
us.
it. But if you don't, then apologies.
So we meet Ovie's dad. His dad is just like such cool vibe. He reminds me of Drake's dad.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah.
He would be the greatest father-in-law. He would be the greatest father-in-law.
My daddy.
Like, I would roll up just to chill with his parents. Like, it doesn't even need to be about.
Literally. So when he goes for his 4 a.m. trainings, because you'd be so rich you don't need to work.
Yeah,
so you wake up in the morning first, you just go to his mum's house.
Yeah, but he's not going to be up at 4 a.m.
Who?
His mum is not going to be up at 4
No, like when he goes.
Oh, when he goes, oh yeah. That would be my days. Maybe we go for a walk, maybe we go shopping.
And his dad does all this artsy stuff as well.
Yeah. We do a little sip and paint. We should do a little sip and paint one day, you know?
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, it'd be quite fun. Yeah.
So Ovie's dad advises him to keep playing both sides.
And I feel like it could have ended here. Because when his dad said this, I literally was like, exactly. I literally was like, exactly.
Because there's no sportsman that just makes money from sports. Everybody has brand deals.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it can be a thing where, like, okay, you're not doing like adverts and stuff. Like, let the content just be the content that you create, and then it just means in your own time. Or if it interferes with basketball, just decline it and do something else.
I mean, I get the premise of this documentary, but I don't.
Premise. I think.
And this would have only made sense if they were asking him to be on Towie and he really had like a big. But like nobody's asked.
No, but I think that this whole documentary would have been useless if not for their speaking to other reality TV stars and seeing their perspective.
It would have been useless if he hadn't taken off his top and been in his pants.
Not the pants.
But yeah, he said that you can always pick up the other and be good, and that was really
his dad says do both until you can't do it anymore.
Yeah. So at this point, we see him coming out of his house, and I'm literally like trying to spot like where could
road
this
signs and stuff, right? Yeah, I didn't recognize anywhere.
Where could this be?
Yeah, I didn't recognize anywhere.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I still don't, but like I can't really believe that he's from Northwest. Like, I'm just kind of like, wow, impossible.
I want to like. Have you seen a picture of Kim in the hotel with her pajamas?
Who's Kim?
Kim Kardashian.
No.
There's this picture, I'll post it. I want to be like outside of his window like that. You know how
she's got wine in her hand.
I don't know what she has now. You know how Thingy said Terrell was like banging on the glass with a gun? Nikita. That would be me outside of Ovie's window.
I still don't know why she phrased it like that, because I left that video like, wait, he banged on her window with a gun, and then I was like, no.
Okay, I'm not trying to whatever, but that's an example of someone who, like, remember when it was all about like Nikita, whatever. Even after she broke, now like you don't hear about her as much.
Yeah.
That's how fickle.
See, but the difference is you still amass followers and influence in that time.
Yeah.
So you still then get brand deals and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So it is a bit more permanent than people like to make out, if you got high enough that it was all right.
Yeah, but then you don't get the new stuff, so you just end up always having to post Fashion Nova, because that's the...
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
If that's what pays your bills and you need to now pay for the thing, then...
Yeah. So we move to where he goes to film the Diet Coke advert, and he's in the car with his... agent, and she's just basically saying, reiterate, it's all every day that they talk to him is reiterate, you need to pick,
but it's because of the thing. And also she makes a comment that like, why is he wearing sunglasses in the rain? And I just want everyone to know out there that like, as long as the sun is up, UV is out there, and as long as UV is out there, you need protection from said UV. So you can wear sunglasses in the rain, babes. You don't have to feel bad about it. Okay, baby. I'm just putting that out there.
Okay, baby. So we see he goes to meet Vicky Patterson.
I didn't recognise her at first. I was like, who's this
woman?
Yeah,
that she looked really horrible.
I
mean, she doesn't look good in this scene in general, but when they were doing her makeup, she looked really bad.
It's not that she looked bad. I didn't recognise her because I was like, who's this woman? I just didn't know who she was. And then when they started talking about Geordie Shore, I was like, oh, really? I didn't know her name.
Oh, really?
I didn't really recognise her.
Yeah. So she's from Geordie Shore. So for those of you in America who listen, it's
or
the
anyone
UK
who's not in
version
the UK.
of Jersey.
The world is more than us
Shore.
in America. The world is more than us in America.
I'm saying it because what do you call it?
What if someone in Switzerland is listening?
No, but I guess but they would know.
They might not know.
Okay, well, anybody listening, it's like Jersey Shore, but Geordie. Yeah.
Newcastle, which is up north, which is basically Scotland, but not quite.
Yeah. So basically, that's what she was on. And she says she was under a lot of pressure to be a certain person and sacrificed a lot of self-respect for attention. And I want to say she's very lucky with the wealth and lifestyle she lives, because she wasn't even like on the show for that long.
She wasn't even Charlotte. Because Charlotte is the one I think of.
Yeah, but she has more money than Charlotte. But we learned how she did this. Huh?
How do you know?
Goog.
Oh, you love a goog, innit?
I love a goog. So she basically says that after that, like, she went on I'm a Celebrity.
Yeah.
And it allowed her to reinvent herself, because see the thing with Charlotte, Charlotte is still in that Geordie Shore, whatever. Like, she's amassed a lot of money and stuff like that, but she's still doing all the dumb shit.
The same
she's still falling out of clubs. She's still the same, basically. But Vicky reinvented herself, which allowed her to grow and be exposed to more opportunities.
And the thing with the British public is, as long as you're white, you can actually do that.
You can do anything.
They're quite forgiving in terms of like, it just takes one moment where you go on one show and like public perception will change.
Literally. So again, she changed the public opinion of herself, and she said that like life was great, like she was doing this, doing that, but she had no privacy, she had no personal life. Everything in her life is for everyone's consumption,
which is really sad when you think about it.
Very sad.
I cannot imagine, and that's why I don't think Ovie would be in that life.
Exactly.
Because he doesn't seem like that.
Yeah, but she said, however, it's a small price to pay for all the good stuff, and I don't think
for
that's
the Chanel.
I don't think that's true.
But then this is what I think. I think what happens is you give a little bit of yourself, a little bit of yourself, a little bit of yourself. You amass all these things. The expenses are what they are. And now you can't take anything back, because you have to now keep this life and uphold this life that you've now lived. That's how I think it happens. I don't think you're like, take my life. I think it's literally bit by bit.
Yeah, it's bit by bit. Yeah. To the beast.
To the beast.
So we see Ovie. He's on his way to Newcastle, and his mask's not on properly. I don't know if you clocked that.
I did clock that.
His nose is outside. This is what I mean about reading with your finger.
I did.
Like, what are you preventing? What COVID are you going to stop if you
know?
Anyways, we meet Sarah Goodhart, and she's a former reality TV star.
Yeah, she's on Geordie Shore as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. But I didn't remember her. Yeah. And now she's an OnlyFans model. Yeah, she says this thing that really annoys me. I don't know if you wrote this down. But she says she's a feminist, her body is hers, and she can use it up close, use it as much as she wants
to do what she wants, right?
And then she says that the way she sees it, this helps close the wage gap. Like, this is her contribution. And I was like, you can just say that you do OnlyFans because you want to do OnlyFans. And
I didn't understand the correlation.
What are you talking about wage gap? Like, this has nothing.
No, because what she was trying to say, I think, was that like as a woman, you probably make more on OnlyFans than a man does.
Yeah, but that's not
how
how
the
wage
doesn't
gap
help close the
works.
wage gap.
Do you know what I mean? It's
I think it's, you know, people who like skim Twitter and then they see buzzwords and then they just use all these buzzwords.
Michael Scott.
Literally, that's what it seems like. So
Literally.
it's kind of like, I understand having autonomy over your body and deciding to do what you want to
Yeah,
do. That's why you should have stopped it.
Yeah,
because that's what you were
literally.
trying to say.
Nobody, always wage gap. What you're saying does not make sense.
Just sell your pictures.
Because
and
it's
live
not like,
your life.
oh, men make more money. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? So anyway, Sarah basically
Let's
says...
talk about Willis.
Sarah basically says that before Geordie Shore, she was quite strapped for cash. So she saw that as her big break. But then when she went on the show, she was encouraged to argue for ratings and do things that she wasn't comfortable with. And after that, she tried to live a normal life. So after she came off, I don't really remember the premise of her leaving, but she obviously wasn't on there for long because she came off and she tried to live a normal life.
Yeah.
So she tried to go back to dancing, but people would make fun of her.
That's what we were saying. It's like
Take
now you're
pictures-
hyper visible
yeah,
and
take
you're not even
pictures.
famous, so you're not even like rich with
And
it.
people just think once they see you on TV, you must be rich. So they were saying to her like, "Oh, what's this girl doing dancing?"
Like you're in the same club that I'm
yeah,
in. Like,
literally. Like, but people don't understand like how it works.
And I just feel like by now, like at least the younger generation should get it. Do you get what I mean? I don't know.
But she ended up becoming quite depressed. So Ovie like leaves and does this monologue about reality TV and it draining and exporting you. And he basically says, "It's a rotten apple being dipped in gold." And he repeats this 3 times.
He wants you to get.
He's like, "It's a rotten apple dipped in gold." And I'm like, we get it.
No, but it's actually a rotten apple
No,
dipped in gold.
Okay, so the apple is rotten on the inside, and then you dip it in gold.
Which means it looks like it's good,
I'm
but when you bite into it,
I'm like, okay, you said this thrice.
no, not once,
not twice, but thrice.
but thousands.
Bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, again, the doc could have ended here. Ovie goes to his cousin's restaurant, and his cousin has a weird accent.
Yeah, what is the accent?
I do not know. It's like Nigerian mixed with Jamaican
Yeah,
mixed with American. Like,
that's exactly.
but actually, it's the Nigerian accent because that is the. Have you seen that video of Techno?
That's exactly it. No, oh no, he's going to be better accents in one thing.
Yeah, and he has the.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh. And then he goes into strong Igbo. I'm like, bruh, if you don't sort this accent out.
If you don't, get the fuck.
It's apple. No, so basically, that's the Nigerian accent. So his cousin has a Nigerian accent.
No, Nigerian adjacent.
But like, nobody has a Nigerian accent.
Yeah.
Because they all do this accent.
Yeah, I don't get it.
What are you doing,
I don't get it.
fam?
Just speak.
And then they all talk like this, but they've never left Nigeria as well. So what are you actually doing?
Exactly. I don't know. It was really confusing, but yeah, ultimately it was Nigerian. And he was just basically talking.
Yeah, talking.
Him
And they have a
West.
West. I noticed that they had a West Indian restaurant, but they're like Nigerian.
But that's what I'm saying. Maybe he's not. Maybe he's half, or maybe something. Because even his accent, like it wasn't the typical "oh, I'm Nigerian and I listen to American shows" kind of thing. Like,
and I watch my African kids watch.
Literally, it sounded like there was some kind of like vibes in there. So,
but his brother looks nothing like him.
Do you know what? I think his brother's actually good looking.
Do you know what it is?
brother's actually
Did you go
good
into his Insta to look at?
No, I didn't. But the first time I saw him, I was like, oh, okay. But then in this bit, I was like, I don't really mind a chunky thing in it. When I saw him, I was like, you know what? He's actually very, very handsome. He just doesn't look like Ovie.
I went on his Insta and I was like, it must be so difficult for you.
I don't think so. And do you know what it is as well? He just seems very like, again, just calm and chilled.
No, he seems
the
like a
cousin
cool
was
guy.
talking bare, yeah.
And he wasn't saying.
And I was kind of
like,
like,
I need my 15 minutes of fame.
Yeah, and it's annoying me because they're like blocking the sign of the restaurant. I was like, can I at least see the sign of the restaurant?
Yeah.
But anyway, and I was kind of like, I want to hear his brother speak because I want to kind of get like a vibe and feel what the brother's like. And when he did speak, it was just calm vibes, like just chill.
No, his brother seems calm, but I mean, it must be difficult to.
Yeah, I think Like imagine you meet the brother and then like you meet his brother, which is Ovie, and then you're like, but no, I do think his brother is good looking just in his own right. Like he just doesn't look like Ovie.
If Ovie wasn't his brother, he'd be calm, but because Ovie's his brother, then
and because and the whole nation is like, right, Ovie.
And Ovie's very tall, and he was not that.
Yeah,
tall.
he's not that tall. Yeah. But I think he looks more like the dad, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I need the sign of that restaurant because I literally was like, I need to like keep going to that restaurant because one day Ovie will come back. Like just like
it makes me think he wanted to taste some food.
No, but like just like those people were chilling that day, and who knew that Ovie was gonna walk past them? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
So
we'll figure. We can watch it again. Figure it out.
We need to just be going there over the summer.
Yeah, that's fine. Summer, if we can, if Boris lets us. When's he announcing our tiers?
Oh, who cares about that windswept? Get the fuck out, man. Did you see the suit he wore for the last announcement?
No, I've not been watching the news.
No, but you must have seen it floating around on Twitter.
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'll send you a picture.
Was it rude? Was it disrespectful?
The suit?
Yeah.
Yeah. No tailoring whatsoever.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
I don't, honestly,
Saying,
somebody said that he was definitely chilling in his boxes and his PA came to be like, you need to address the nation. He looked so like...
And so this is the reason why I'm against black excellence, yeah? Or why I'm against the need for black excellence. Because why?
Why people can be...
Why must we be excellent when this man, and let's even just forget all white people, let's take this one particular white person who is the leader of the United Kingdom, yeah? He doesn't have to be excellent. Why should I have to be excellent at anything?
Doesn't tailor his suits.
Nothing.
I'm sure he doesn't acknowledge his kids. This is why he don't want us to go back in lockdown, because he wants to spend time with his children.
Not the chill. And this is what I'm saying. If the president, the prime minister of the United Kingdom,
Barack Obama have had as many baby mamas as Boris had.
Or even let him not have a trim.
Fam.
Boris doesn't care, and he wants us to know that he doesn't care. Because he doesn't need to care. So why should I be excellent?
Every address he's ever done, he'll show up late. The last one he did, his mic went on mute. He was still waffling. They were like, Tim, your mic is on mute. He was still talking. Boris is telling you every day, like, this. He even said last time he's underpaid. Like, Boris is about to put his hand up for resignation. Like, fam.
Boris is mediocre. He is meaty as hell.
The bare minimum.
And I just don't see why I need to be excellent if my prime minister is not. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And that's why I love Saweetie, because she doesn't need to be excellent. Let her just spit her little buzz and look pretty.
Cheetos in her noodles.
Let her do that.
That's all she does.
And it's fine.
And that's okay.
It's okay.
It's absolutely fine. Like, I don't need to be doing
black excellence. It's enough.
Oh, God. So anyways, I'm really pissed off now. So anyways, in the end, his
spoiler alert.
Yeah. His cousin was like, yeah, we're happy. His cousin was just waffling.
Yeah, I think his cousin was actually waffling.
He's another person I didn't understand what
I actually zoned out. And the thing is that, because he was talking so long, so I think what the cameraman was trying to do was get a wide shot, yeah? So it showed everyone, because they were supposed to be having a conversation. Yeah. But the cousin was just chatting bare. So he kept zooming in to the cousin, because obviously he's the only one chatting. Why is there dead space kind of thing? So then the cousin's chatting, and then we kind of zoom out a bit. Okay, cool. But then the cousin's still chatting, so we zoom back in. And I'm like, my brother, like, it's okay. Do you know what I mean?
It's okay.
It's okay.
Long story short, the cousin basically said he isn't too out there, but he's keeping things to himself to maintain his mental health. I was like, okay, whatever, yeah. So long story short, they're like, yeah, we'll do this calm.
Conclusion,
we'll do this calm. Like, same thing I've been saying. But in the end, Ovie decides he's going to go and play basketball in France.
Yep.
So I'm like, now he's in France?
That's what he's in France now? Omelette du fromage. That's exactly what I thought.
Well, no, I wouldn't want him to whisper that in my ear.
You just want him silent and
naked.
I
would want my fiance to whisper in my ear and then Ovie to be in the vicinity.
So polygamy, cool.
Yeah.
Omelette du fromage.
But yeah, so he's in France, which to be honest makes a lot of sense, because like I said, I can't see him doing reality or whatever.
Yeah.
And he says he doesn't know if this lifestyle would work for his future plans. This part is really cute, because basically he's like, he wants to get married. Mm-hmm. Could you not have said that like a few months ago before I was like tethered to somebody?
Lord,
I've been preying him and he'd been acting like, oh, he's not really trying to settle down.
Did you shoot your shot though?
Huh?
Did you shoot your shot though?
I think, do you know what? I liked a few of his pictures.
Oh, okay, and he didn't respond?
Fam, wow. This is what I mean.
You're moving mad. I'm not moving mad. Because you should have known.
So then I had to go meet this guy now that I'm in love with him and getting married, and it's too late.
Listen, you're not married till you're married, sis.
It's true.
Well,
it's true. Somebody's messaged me, was like, oh, like, anyways, you're, like, legally single. I was like, if you don't get the fuck
was he rich?
No.
Well,
I need to gist you about that just later.
Okay, we'll talk. Wow, so what's on the agenda? You got to tell me about this guy. You got to show me the Boris suit, and you got to show me something else you need to show me. Oh, the strippers. Okay, cool, that's fine.
Stick. Yeah. So, basically, he says he's moving to France. Says he wants to get married, have a family, and, like, have some little ones.
Yeah. Cute. Do you know what? Whoever Ovie decides to be with, yeah, I'm happy for him. I'm actually happy for him.
I could have been barefoot and pregnant with this man.
I'm happy for him. I am. I feel like she.
Are you really?
No, I am.
It could have been you.
I am.
I mean, you're happy for her.
No, but I'm happy for me as well.
All this being the bigger person is so fucking overrated.
No, it's not about the bigger person.
Happy for her about what?
It's not about the bigger person.
I'm not happy for Maurice Chestnut's wife. I'm not going to pretend. When I was single, I used to say it's very unfair that she's not sharing him. How can you have a fine man like that? You don't want to share him around the world.
Why should she share him?
It's hard out here for single women.
Are you single women? Are you a single woman?
Am I a single woman?
Are you a single woman? Are you?
No. Okay. But when I was, it was tough seeing that shit.
Listen, Ovie, whoever you decide.
You know what? Crop all this shit out because my man's definitely gonna leave me.
No, I'm leaving it in, bro.
Too much.
I'm leaving it in.
So
he knows who he married, who he engaged to.
So we see a statement from Tawi basically saying the same shit they always say, like, we only put on TV what the cast agreed.
Mental health.
And then like literally Geordie Shaw's copy and paste. Like there's some
same
buzzword. And basically we see Ovie doing well in France playing basketball, and he still does a little bit of social media.
Like, why would you not?
And we see an ad for Lacoste, and it's just like, yeah, of course you would. Like,
why not?
I went on his Insta. Everything is in partnership with, in paid partnership with, like, all this.
How much does basketball even pay?
I mean, yeah.
So
this documentary, it was just.
Do you know what?
It should have been more exploring. It should have. I think they should have left out his decision and just been him talking to old reality TV stars.
Okay, so this is the point that I had. Yeah, I feel like he could have a show where he just interviews people because he has.
He's not that engaging.
No. I know you don't like his voice and stuff, yeah. But like maybe even in terms of just like reality TV people, because then he can input his experiences and stuff. I don't think no. He's too beautiful to do. He needs to be visual.
YouTube,
It needs to be visual. It can't just be a podcast.
Yeah, nah.
Well, anyway, Ovie, that was my suggestion. So take it or leave it. But
Ovie, I love you.
Okay, right in there. Are you gonna propose to you or? I didn't even put my phone on flight mode.
I'm thinking of proposing, but
no one called me.
God, okay.
What? You're thinking of proposing?
Contemplating proposing.
So you've been proposed to and you're going to propose. And so where'd you wear the other ring?
It's like
pay it forward.
I'm done. Spread the cheer.
I'm done with you.
But yeah, where can the people find us?
On Instagrams, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at 2girls1doc. You are on Instagram and Twitter at 4ends with 2 underscores.
Ooh.
Right? I'm getting it. And I am on Instagram and Twitter at BDOnEyewear and also BDOnEyewear.com. And this is the part where we tell you what we're doing next, but we haven't yet discussed what we're doing next, which is cray.
It's gonna be a surprise.
It's gonna be a surprise, but what won't be a surprise is the trailer, because the trailer is going to come right now. Right now. All right,
guys.
You know what? I saw this tweet, yeah? And then it probably was like an American person. They were like, the British, you know how they type it in the BRI''ISH, yeah? They're like, the British were right when they were like, what's going on here then? Because what is really going on here? I literally heard it in my head, like, what's going on here, lads?
What's going on here, mate?
Yeah.
Yeah, guys.
All right, guys,
Cockney
trailer.
accents are the best.
Oh, I love. I love the South London
shorten
one
that,
too,
but you can't shorten Cockney.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I mean you can, but I love the South London one too, though.
Okay, guys, thank you.
But don't be a hater.
But can you stop? You're really pissing me off. I don't.
Well, what do you have against South Londoners?
Why are you acting like this,
I'm just asking the questions.
Why are you acting?
The people want to know.
No, but why are you acting
like what? Because I say like a South London accent. Is that wrong?
So brand new. It's like, guys, you meet someone and then you know them for like almost 10 years, and you think, oh yeah, this is my friend. Like, I know her, I love her. My sister, like we understand each other. And next thing they start acting brand new.
So because I like South London accent, you don't know me anymore.
I don't know you. I don't.
She got engaged. I think, do you know what it is? The ring is mad shiny, and
no,
I think
but
it's
do you know what it is?
It starts to affect. The reflections are reflecting, and they're affecting her vision. Okay. Anyway, do you know what?
Before uni, did you even have mates in South London?
I don't have mates in South London.
Even at now?
My MCM is in South London.
You see, this is where I wanted to get to.
Actually, I do have mates in South London.
And he's changing you.
I do have mates in South London.
And I'm going
for the better.
Pull him up. I'm going to pull him up on this. It's pissing me off.
Do you know, you really, really want your friends to be happy for you, but sometimes they're not. And you have to just keep going with it, because what are you going to do? What are you going to say? What are you going to do, Stucky?
Oh, guys, thank you so much for listening. We love y'all.
The train is coming. The train is coming.
Yeah.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
I couldn't do it in economy. I think it'd probably kill me.
For the elite echelon of Britain's wealthy.
Glass of champagne? Absolutely. Dom Perignon. Cheers. Thank you.
Flying first class is the only way to travel.
You get treated like royalty, to be honest with you, in first class.
Your Royal Highness, how are you?
With tickets costing as much as £10,000 for a single journey.
If I had the money, I would never fly economy. I would always turn left. I would never turn right.
Rivalry between airlines to attract the super rich is at an all-time high.
You get a meal like you would get in a restaurant.
No Katy Perry, Nicki Minaj type of lashes, please.
Singapore Airlines was once voted Airline of the Year, but intense competition has caused profits to nosedive.
There's that race to premium passengers' pockets.
So to outdo its rivals, the airline is announcing a £500 million upgrade.
This is a really defining moment because they're trying to be a market leader again.
With a new first class built in Britain.
This is the biggest thing we've ever worked on.
This table cost probably the same value as a Mondeo.
So in the cutthroat world of luxury air travel,
They expect everything to be perfect.
Everyone loves to look at beautiful things. Girl next door, Singapore girl.
will it be enough to satisfy the world's richest
That's quite a fast-closing toilet seat.
Just disappointed.
and outclass its competitors?
Nothing in first class is necessary. It's about what they can impress you with.
Another glass of champagne, maybe?
Not the bang, the bang. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, it was silent. That means it was deadly.
No, there's no like.
I'm gonna put these
There's no rule. It could be anything. Oh wait, let me sit still.
Making all this fucking noise.